Go Bills.
Yo, what's going on, Bills Mafia? Welcome back to Mafia Talk, and boy, don't it feel good to be back on top. We got a full crew with us, as always, big cuz Pedro Pizzi. I thought she was going to be knocked out, but
I thought so too.
My man got the strength to stay with us, man.
Yes,
How we
sir.
feeling
Yes, sir.
tonight, cuz? I know you look really sharp, too.
Feeling pretty good, man. Feels good to be back in the number one spot.
Absolutely. We got my other brothers in here with me. We got Jonathan and the Rude Boy himself, Ronald. How we feeling, gentlemen? How we feeling?
I'm feeling real good after this week.
Real good to be back on top, man. Number one seed. The other teams handle business. Bengals got the dub over the Chiefs. Dolphins, man, I wouldn't even say it was a tight game because it was kind of going here and there, but Niners ended up handling business, got us on top of the division, and got us the number one seed. So, Bills Mafia, we feeling great tonight, man.
We just gotta keep it up now.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
it. That's
We
it.
gotta stay on top. We gotta finish the rest of the season off. We got Jets coming up. Am I right? Yeah, we got Jets coming up. We got Dolphins coming up. We got a couple games coming up that we got.
How y'all feel about that Dolphins game being to be decided though?
Yeah, so on the 17th, 18th. So we still waiting on that, but it doesn't matter. They can come.
We gotta get through the Jets first.
Yeah.
I really ain't looking too far ahead towards the Dolphins game. We gotta win this game against the Jets. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I watched that game earlier. The Jets got a defense, man.
Mm-hmm.
They do.
They got a defense.
They really do.
They got more than a defense though. The offense, they clicking late. He's throwing more than 300 yards. You know what I'm saying? He's not this real special if you get him uncomfortable, but he's better than fucking Wilson right now. For now,
yeah.
So he gets exposed. I mean, the second game, so
right
for sure. I agree.
So we're gonna talk about tonight's games. We're gonna talk about our Thursday game, but let's start right there with the Thursday night game. Bills handle business. Big Cuz talked about it last week. I was worried. Cuz take it over. Talk your shit.
Start to finish, man. I told y'all.
He sure did.
We was coming in. We was gonna be focused. It was a big game, and we can win in there. We did what we were supposed to do. New England was not good enough to play with us. They're just not. They don't have any like talent on the offensive side besides like Stevenson. And
he was giving up
Harris. And Harris was out, so nobody in their wide receiver core that scares you. So it's like I wasn't worried. I said it the last show. I wasn't worried. So I mean, we went in there, handled business. I love, and cuz you said it too, man. That was a James Cook game, man.
Yeah,
James Cook, man, he looked good running that route.
Over 100 yards with both rushing and receiving. Man, he definitely had a great game. My biggest concern is that he needs to bulk out. I feel like he gets tackled too easily. Kind of feel like he's not necessarily ready for the NFL in a type of way. But I mean, he still had a great game nonetheless. Before everybody start cutting each other off, we're just gonna go down the road. Ronald, how you feel about that Thursday night game?
I was happy with it, you know. I just wish James Cook could get a little bit more of it. You know, he tried to make his cuts a little bit too fast, and then you know he falling.
Yeah.
You know, when he could have picked up another 7-8 yards. You know, I definitely agree with you with him bulking up a little bit. Other than that, you know, Josh, he had a couple of decisions that I didn't agree with, you know, but he still held it together. Gabe Davis, he got to catch the ball, man. The ball be right there, man. He got to catch that. But he did come back and get that amazing touchdown that Josh threw.
Amazing, man.
I mean, other than that, you know, Steph Diggs, he did his thing. I was happy with it. Defense showed up. I mean, they look good.
Welcome back.
Look good. So we keep it up right now.
So we're gonna talk about. I definitely want to talk about Gabe Davis because Metro Group definitely stepped up when we needed him.
Tremaine, oh my God, Tremaine Edmonds.
More respect on the boy Tremaine Edmonds, man. But
what a game with Thursday night from him. He was smacking boys Thursday night.
But let's not leave no Shaq Lawson out either. He had a great game too. He was there when we needed him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say right now, boys, if you catch my facial reactions, I'm watching the hockey game too.
Got you. Yeah, we can touch on that too. But let me ask Jonathan, how was you feeling that Thursday night?
No, I was liking it. I like what I see from the defense, especially at front four. I felt like we wasn't aggressive in the beginning of the season, but it getting more aggressive. AJ, one with the sack.
Huge
so
sack.
far. Man, Lossman, and just seeing these guys just come back this year and they just balling, man. Like, they just come in, if they're right back in the system and just make them work. Fucking Ed Oliver's a fucking problem.
Mm-hmm.
Poirier having him back there, my God, dude. Finally healthy. He just, man, it's beautiful, man. Having Xavier plug in on the other side. He's on White. He forced that
White
fumble.
played most of the game too.
That's right.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
it's nice to see them, man. Just clicking. They just clicking like this, man. It's fucking beautiful. See, I mean, our offense, it is what it is. We talk about the offense all the time, but man, that defense right now, I wish they played more aggressive. I don't know who I caught when we was talking on the phone with Drew.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I hate that shit. Like, it's the last minute of the drive. I think it was like before we hit the half. I'm like, maybe just letting them drive down, be a little bit aggressive, not too aggressive, like find that happy medium and just execute your plays. You know, they don't need to get a field goal kick and all that bullshit. Kick them back, man. Keep them down there in the field. But that's it. That's the only complaints I got. But everything else on defense was beautiful, man.
Right.
Absolutely, man. I definitely liked what I see. Last episode, I definitely said I was worried. Offense wasn't necessarily clicking. Defense starting to get some gaps, and other offenses are starting to attack us. But my boy Ish in the building. We back in the lead with the #1 seed. Absolutely, man. Great win on Thursday and great wins tonight from the Bengals and the Niners.
Yeah.
We needed it.
But we definitely needed that.
Absolutely, definitely. Bengals always looking out for us. Bengals always looking out for the Bills. So
yeah, Bengals always looking out for us, man.
Definitely. But, I definitely want to transition to Gabe Davis. He had 7 targets, only 2 receptions. Yes, a great touchdown. But that was mostly all Josh. Everybody expected him to pretty much run out of bounds. I thought he was going out of bounds. I'm like, Josh, come on, man. But he works his magic. And I don't know, maybe he had that Fitz magic in him wearing number 14 Fitzpatrick jersey. He always had magic in him, but
yeah, I just want to throw out there, man. I just want to throw this out there. If Patrick Mahomes would have made that throw that Josh made, that jumping, going out of bounds, the touchdown pass, it would have been all over Sports Center for 2-3 days. They would have been sucking this dude's for 2 days about that throw. But Josh makes that throw. I mean, they showed a highlight, but it gets glossed over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like if Mahomes, we still would have been talking about that throw if Mahomes was making it.
But that's what every Josh Allen amazing throw he throw, it always get overlooked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
That just kind of pisses me off. But
everything
in the beginning of the season, it was. If he would have made a beginning of the season because he was an MVP at that time, which he still is. But now they took him out of the MVP shit, and now Mahomes would have did it. If Mahomes would have made what Tito said, he would have did that throw. Oh, he's locked in. He's a locked in MVP.
Mm-hmm.
That's it, done deal. But
I mean, Josh had a rough month, but didn't we go 3-1 in that month though?
Sure did. But that's just the Bills. The Bills still don't get the respect that they deserve. We have a rough couple games, this and that, and a third. I mean, when we look back at those 3 losses, we could have easily won those and be undefeated right now. But it is what it is, man. We was burning up in 120-degree weather in Miami. Jets game, we just kind of fell short. Vikings, I mean, bravo to Justin Jefferson for keeping the drives alive. I mean, you got to respect it. But, I mean, we're riddled with injuries. When you look at our injury report week in, week out, bro, we got 11 guys damn near out every week. We're missing a lot of starters. We're missing our all-pro safety and Micah Hyde. We're still missing Trey White. He's not playing. I mean, he's starting to get in a groove. He's starting to get.
We played the whole game pretty much until we knew it was over.
Right.
And then they took him out.
Yeah. But we still got to ease him in. We got injuries with Tremaine Edmonds and now Von Miller's out. We're riddled with injuries, and we're still I wouldn't necessarily say dominating. I mean, last game we pretty much took over that game, but we're still winning games. We're still in there. Those 3 losses, we only lost by 8 points. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta give a shout out to my man Louis Riddick on ESPN, man, because when they was talking about like playoff seedings and all that, he was like he had to check. I can't remember who else was with them on that segment, but he was like, I don't understand why everybody's just stopped talking about the Bills. Like, he's like they haven't looked great, but they're still, well, at the time we was 8-3, but he was like they're still 8-3, and everything they want is right ahead of them. That's still probably the best team in the NFL.
And not like teams are beating us; it's the Bills beating themselves.
Pretty much, man. Every time we start to lose, they forget about us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to stop. You can't forget about us, bro, because we always go beat her.
Yeah,
that's fine. That's fine. Let them forget about us, because we're back where we need to be, and now we just need to. Yeah, we just need to handle business. Let's keep this home field advantage, because listen, ain't nobody coming here in January to beat us.
You're not gonna be able to get a player snap off with Bills Mafia shouting and screaming. Man, last time we had a playoff game in here, they only had 1,600 in the stands. It sounded like 16,000. Like, imagine having that whole stadium full. I mean, last year when in the playoff game with the Patriots, we had the perfect game. Like, come on now, let the other teams come over here in Buffalo in January and playoff season and see what y'all can do with a red hot touchdown offense.
Let's see what happens then. Let's see what happens then.
We just gotta continue handling our business. Like right now, let me just double check the schedule. Like we still got Jets and Dolphins.
Dolphins,
Bears. Now we're about Bears.
Bengals, Patriots.
That should be easy winning out the season. It should be.
The Bengals is the only game. The Bengals is the only game that I'm like, okay, we got to go there. And play.
But with the Bills, the way we balling, the way we need a ball, if we stay healthy, it should. It should be.
The Bengals look good today, man. They look good today.
Yeah,
they did. And if they got Chase back healthy, they got Chase healthy the way Higgins is catching the ball, and P. Ryan ran that rock the whole game.
Ryan,
So I mean, Cincinnati, they are. We about to see. We'll see them in a couple weeks. We'll see.
Yeah.
So let me ask Jonathan this question, man. How you feel about Gabe Davis' performances this season?
I'm disappointed, man. So far, I'm disappointed. I don't know what the hell's going on with him, man. To be honest, I don't know if there's any injuries lingering on. I don't know what the hell's going on with him, but man, he just doesn't look in sync. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's like certain ball. Oh, you know what? I can't even say that, man. A lot of balls is hitting his hands, and like his catching formation, like it's like kind of changed. So like, yeah, it's like instead of doing this, it's like just it's weird, man. I'm disappointed. 7 targets. You only catch 2 for 15 yards. The longest one was 8 yards. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you got a touchdown, so what? But yeah, man, it's disappointing. It's like watching Knox out there. You get 1 target, you don't catch it, and then you get 0 after that. It's
I feel like for Knox though, it's more of a scheme thing. Because if you watch the games, they hold him back to block to help on a lot more than they've done. Yeah, and the left side, especially with Dawkins out. Like Quessenberry was getting beat a lot.
But shout out to Quessenberry, man. He did.
Yeah, he played like a warrior.
He did let in a bad rush where it caused a fumble on Josh on his blind side. Yeah. I don't blame Josh. It's tough. You're so used. What happened? What happened? Because
beautiful goal 2-on-1. Jack Quinn just scored. The Sabres are up 5-2.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. 5-2. That's 5-2. Last time I checked, it was 2-1 Sharks.
Yeah, 5-2 Sabres. They're playing them in the black and reds. These beautiful jerseys right now.
Let's go. Gotta check on the side chick real quick.
Yeah, that beautiful pass from Dylan Cousins. Oh my goodness. Beautiful, yes, sir.
Beautiful. But let's get back on these Bills.
Back on the Gabe Davis thing. I feel you, Jonathan, saying you're disappointed, but in a way I am too. But then in a way I kind of not, because I feel like we all got hyped up by that big game against Kansas City in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. I'm saying I feel like we all expected, like some of us, maybe not you per se, but a lot of people expected him to have that kind of game every game, and that's just not how it works. Like, we have to remember that this kid was still a 5th round draft pick. He wasn't a 1st round pick for a reason. I mean, Yeah, he's got to catch the ball. I 100% agree, but like I feel like we put a little bit too much expectations on him based off of the Kansas City game.
Well, what I'm going to say on that is you put the expectations because he built that.
I'm guilty of that too, though. I'm like,
but the thing is that he was doing just fine. You become a number 2. That's your responsibility as a number 2 because now if you're going on your routes, a safety is not even going to bother with you now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he wasn't the number 2 last year. He was the number 3 because we had Sanders.
But he earned that. But he earned the number 2 spot. He did earn it. Yeah. You know what I mean? He earned that. So that's why you feel comfortable going into this year. Like, okay, well, for the past 2 years, he's been balling. I call him Twinkle Toes for a reason. Yeah. And then you come into this year, it's like, I don't expect you to make.
He caught a 98 pass.
I want you to make at least 85% of your catches. That way, when Diggs is out there on a long route, you could draw the safety for him, or vice versa. You know what I mean? Now a safety is just gonna go check Diggs instead of you, and then you wide open. If you don't make the catch, then it's like, what the fuck, dude? You know what I mean? There's a couple catches that is right here in his chest.
I feel like once we get John Brown, like once he gets more better in like football shape, because I mean he's been out. I mean he played the other night, but they didn't really play him too much. Yeah. But I feel like once he gets his legs up under him, he's gonna be able to draw a lot of attention away from Gabe. I mean Diggs is gonna.
The way Diggs been balling, man. Shout out to Stephon Diggs. He's playing that 1 and 2 role, man. Because I don't want to say. I mean, me personally, I was not living on the hype of the divisional game last year. It was, I wouldn't necessarily say an anomaly, but I mean, Stephon Diggs only had 7 yards. And
they were triple teaming him, so somebody had to be open.
It gave Davis the opportunity to have a game like that, and he stepped up to the plate. Not even Jerry Rice or any Randy Moss, any of the Hall of Fame receivers ever had a game like that in the playoffs. So it's like one of those once in I wouldn't say lifetime, but damn near. It's never been done. But I don't want to say that he's supposed to live up to the hype. You're not. Nobody is. But the thing is, for the past 2 years, when you was a rookie in your second year, you played great. Granted, you had the benefit of being like maybe the third, fourth receiver, and you have nobody to really check you. So that's why you had a lot of your success. When you got Cole Beasley out there, John Brown out there, and Emmanuel Sanders out there, and any other receiver out there,
and we were using Knox more too.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you just said that because Knox was incorporated in his offense a lot more the last year or two. So that opened up Gabe Davis to have a lot more success. Now, when it comes to this year, when you're literally the number 2 receiver, nobody else, you're not really stepping up to the plate right now. And I mean, I feel like your routes hasn't been as crisp. You're not getting open or getting separation as you're supposed to, and you're kind of dropping the ball. But that's not just Gabe Davis, because Stephon Diggs is dropping balls too. Where you're looking like Diggs, you drop that.
He dropped he's dropped a couple in the last few weeks. So you're like, what?
Yeah, you don't drop these kind of balls. Like, come on. But granted, to Stephon Diggs, you do step it up, and you make huge plays afterwards. You make an ugly drop, but that we brush down the rug because you making bigger plays. So. Yeah. We can not hold that against Gabe or Stephon Diggs, but when it comes to Gabe Davis, we need you to be number 2 receiver. We don't have nobody in. We can't really rely on McKenzie to be that number 2. He is a slot receiver. He can't be a number 2 receiver. I mean, he had a great game, the previous week, and then this week he had a good game as well. But it's not consistent enough for us. We need a solid number 2, so that's why everybody's hoping John Brown steps up to the plate. Because just said it. We kind of just waiting for him to get his legs underneath him for him to go. What the fuck is going on with OBJ? Because
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, we just gave him a whole full course meal, buffet.
Let's keep an eye on that.
Breakfast,
we gotta keep an eye on that.
We
gotta keep an eye on that because he gotta go see. He's going to see Dallas tomorrow, and then they were saying we'll probably know soon.
Yeah.
So
for one, I don't think he's coming to Buffalo. I don't think he want to deal with the cold. He's more of the diva type. I know everybody said about Diggs when he never was that, but OBJ, I feel like he's more is the diva type. I don't think we'll have enough money to give him that makes him want to stay in Buffalo. Yeah, all we have to offer him is an amazing quarterback and a championship team.
It all depends on what he wants. Like it all depends on him because you can come here for the rest of the year, get you a ring, ball out, and then go get a contract next year from somewhere else.
That's not. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. That's the deal. Yeah.
Yeah, or you can go to Dallas and get your multi-year deal or the Giants, but you're not winning a Super Bowl in Dallas and you're not winning a Super Bowl in New York. So
New Jersey.
Yeah, my bad, Jersey. Yeah, you're right. But
facts.
It's all about what OBJ wants because it's right there. If you want to win a ring, you come here.
Yeah.
The code shouldn't matter because he started his career in New Jersey.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Let me ask Randall, how you feeling about this receiving room then?
Man, y'all, I mean, basically, y'all took the words right out of my mouth, man. Like, it's just, I talk about Gabe Davis so much, man, and, I am disappointed, because it's like you said, he's a solid number 2 now. And when we need him to make them catches, he don't make them catches. You know what I mean? I just need him to, man, it's so much going on with our receiver core, man. It's like, I just need everybody to just do their part. You know what I mean? I'm trying to sound humble right now because I ain't trying to be all, you know what I mean?
I got you.
But it's just, we got these games coming up where I know we could win.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we can get the playoffs through here. You know what I mean? So I just know that they go do what they got to do, bro. I mean,
so let me ask you.
You can't catch everything.
Isaiah Hodgins had a touchdown today.
I'm glad you brought that up.
He did too. Yes,
was that a mistake letting them go? Was that a mistake? I'm gonna start with Big Cuz. Was that a mistake letting them go? We brewed him for about 3 years.
Yeah, I don't think I would have cut him when we had to make room for Hines. I would not have cut him, in my opinion. I probably would have cut Tanner Gentry.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously Gentry's only on the team because he played with Josh in college.
Right.
But I mean, no disrespect to Kumaro either. Like Kumaro's been hurt. He's always hurt. I would have got rid of him and kept Hodgins.
Yeah. And Kumaro would have been there when we needed him on some real.
And as soon as we cut him, Brian Dable said, "Thank you."
Yeah.
Let me get that.
Absolutely. He's a new pipeline. You know how we got all our players from Carolina. Jersey about to take all our black players.
Yeah. He's getting up from us early age.
Shout out to Brian Dable, man. I love what he's doing with that Giants team. I love his fire.
For real.
Love his
they don't got nothing, man.
He be bugging out on these refs. Yo, Dable be going in. He shows a lot of emotion. Shout out to Brian Dable, man. Big things going this way, man. Hopefully they can make the playoffs. But
the crazy thing about him there is they've had so many injuries too.
Yeah.
And they really didn't have that much talent on the offensive side of the ball besides Saquon.
Yeah, right.
I mean, and for them to be 7-5-1 now because they tied today. But I mean, for them to just be there with all the injuries, with because Daniel Jones, he ain't that dude. Nah. So I mean, I agree with you, cuz you gotta give a shout out to Dable, man.
Yeah,
right.
Really good.
He did turn them boys around.
Coaching job.
Can I ask you guys this question? Do we miss him?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yes.
There's a few players on this team that definitely miss him. Mainly Dawson Knox.
Yeah.
You can see it. You can definitely see it.
You can see Dorsey, which is surprising to me because in college, Ken Dorsey played with some damn good tight ends at Miami. Like, he played with Shockey. He played with Winslow. Like, he knows he should know the importance of having a good, reliable tight end. But, out of anybody that we miss, I really, really think we miss Cole Beasley.
Oh, absolutely. But Bills Mafia scared him away, man. They bullied his ass out of Buffalo.
Man, get out of here with that shit. Cole Beasley. He gotta have some thicker skin than that, man. Come on, man. Stop being a baby, man.
If you see him on Twitter, bro, if you see Cole Beasley on Twitter, I love him. But Beasley, I don't know. He like them little emo kids.
He can't talk shit. You can't talk shit, and then when people come back at you, you're gonna get mad and cry about it. Like,
exactly. You can't. He did it to himself, bro. He did it to himself.
He kind of did.
You should really shut that shit down. Just play the season. Don't be a distraction. But he decided not to, so that's how.
Shout out to my boy Harry for joining the chat. He says the receiver room is stacked. I kind of agree, disagree, but Shakir could take over the slot in a year or two. Absolutely. If we had Odell, it won't be for many years. If we're able to add Odell Beckham, I feel like it will change everything. It would change everything, especially
if we add Odell Beckham, it's over.
Yeah,
like I don't want to say it, but if you put a healthy Odell Beckham Jr. on the other side of Stephon Diggs, the way Diggs is playing, lights out.
And that will make Davis shine like he was.
And then Davis, that opens everything up for Davis.
But
Shakir.
What about a healthy John Brown?
Right?
What's up, Ronald?
What are you doing, McKenzie?
I said, okay, I feel the Odell, but what about a healthy John Brown?
I mean, definitely.
he helps. Oh yeah, he definitely helps, but it ain't.
Yeah, I mean, it's not Odell, but
you put Odell on it, man.
It's a wrap. Yeah, Ralph feel you. It's a wrap.
It's special, man. It'd be special if you put that dude on the other side of Stephon Diggs.
All we gotta do is believe, and hopefully Von Miller know what he's talking about.
Hopefully Brandon Beane work his little magic.
Right.
He can get him in here for the rest of the year.
Right. Jonathan, what was you saying about McKenzie?
No, I was to say, like, what do you do with him now?
McKenzie,
you know what I mean?
Keep using him the way you've been using him.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, because
he's not an actual, like, you don't really use him as an actual wide receiver. Like,
he's a gadget guy.
He's a wide receiver, but oh shit, Alex Tuck just scored. Okay, 6-3 Buffalo. It's pretty much game time.
Let's go, baby.
Lan Lucan is looking real good in goal, man. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah,
that's been our biggest problem with the Sabres, man. Is goaltending.
Yeah,
it's really been goaltending.
I agree.
Yeah, so like I'm looking at the stats. Like, look at Cooks. Cooks had 6 targets, so then he has to take a step back, right? I'm assuming if you get Odell.
No, because you can still use Cook. You run the ball with him. You still need a running back that's gonna catch the ball out of the backfield.
And the reason why our running backs are getting a lot of receptions because Josh Allen's checking the ball a lot more, which is good for him because they're doing that too high safety where they're trying to knock out everything deep from us. We still get our deep balls, but I mean, it opens up our receivers. So especially when you got Stephon Diggs and Odell running out, you're going to have to put like 3 safeties back there just to check that. You got the whole front 5 yards to dump it off and let the motherfucker run.
Everything.
I'm going to say this, though, too. The only beef I had with Dorsey this week, those 2 plays in the red zone where we handed it off to Hines on a sweep, like they knew it was coming. Like, we got to figure out a way to use Nyheim Hines. And why did we trade for him if you're not going to use him? Like, what's the point?
Not going to use him.
I'm going to answer it, then we're going to circle the room. I'm glad I'm okay with it because he has been given juice to the special teams unit.
Oh,
the returns, phenomenal. Honestly, I wouldn't mind if you just keep him there. I feel like we're not necessarily using Hines the right way with our offense because as soon as he step on the field, it's kind of like the defense already know there's going to be some type of trick play, sweep, whatever the fuck, and he gets caught in the backfield every single time. I don't like what you're doing with Nyheim Hines, but I love what he's doing with the special team. Go ahead, Ronald. How you feel about Nyheim Hines lately?
I feel the same way you feel. I feel like they don't know how to use him, and once they fit him into a package where they could use him, he go do his thing. But he's killing it on special teams. I would love to see him more on special teams, just running them back just till he get his footing, and then slide him in a package somewhere, and then watch the man do his thing. He healthy.
Yeah. How about you, Jonathan?
So far, special team, he's killing it. I don't like that stupid play where they keep doing like RPO, whatever you call it. It's Josh, and then you got Hines on the right, Cook on the left. They did it twice during that game. I think the first one, Josh ran it down the middle. He got the first down. Okay. And the next one, Hines, he gave the ball to Hines. He got it. Cook scared block. I was like, oh, dude, this is not predictable. I was like, what are you guys doing? But right now, I would just keep a special team so you figure it out because Singletary came out in that second half, in my opinion, and I think he was jealous. He was putting his foot down the neck.
He
wanted to run. He's like, "No, wait a minute."
He's seen Cook. He's seen Cook showing out. He was like, "Hold up, wait a minute, hold on a second.
Yeah, I got to show up now." So
I need a piece of this.
Yeah, so I would do just special teams for now, and then. Do you have to sign him next year? I don't know if he's still within his rookie contract.
Singletary?
Oh, no, Hines.
Yes. Oh, Hines? I think he's got another year on his contract.
Yeah, so you keep him for next year, and then you use him next year because the Singletary's not going to be here next year. So,
next year, obviously, I think like next year, if he's on the team next year, they'll definitely know what to do with him because they'll have a full off season.
Harry says he's here just for this season, so we'll see.
Yeah,
but my biggest question is coming up in the running back room is: do we trust James Cook enough to let Singletary walk and give the backfield to James Cook?
The free agent running backs this year and the free agency is stacked.
Yeah,
so man, there's guys. If you go and look and see who's going to be free, like Josh Jacobs is about to be a free agent.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, like there's guys like that are going to be available. Like Saquon, he might. I don't know what his contract is, but I think he might be a free agent too. There's a lot of guys. Tony Pollard. You don't know what Dallas is going to do with Zeke. Like, we got a opportunity to add somebody.
Yeah, and I was talking with
next year.
Yeah, I was talking to my one boy Sterling Furrow on Intentional Grounding. Please go check him out on Twitter. Show him love. But he does real big. He's real big in college and in draft. That's his specialty. And he said this year coming up in the draft, there's a lot of running backs coming in, a lot of running backs in each round. So I mean, we'll see what Brandon Beane does. Maybe we let him go and we pick up another running back in the draft, or maybe in free agency. So we'll definitely see, man. I for one kind of wouldn't mind, depending on the price, to keep Singletary because he's been looking good this season, man. But I mean, if we could do better and get that upgrade, man, I have no problem doing it. Like you said, Josh Jacobs, I definitely would take that over him. So yeah, and I would love a vet.
Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, and I would love to have a seasoned vet to have there for James Cook to put him on a little bit. So
I mean, shit, we don't know, man. Cook could have this is a learning experience for him. So now he goes into this offseason and he knows what he's got to work on and stuff. Like he can come out next year and just take over and be the number one. He's got the skill. Like you can see it.
Yeah.
Like you can see it. Like he's got the talent, he's got the speed, he's got the skill. He just
he thinks too much
right now.
He's
a rookie.
Yeah,
he's green right now.
He see it, and then it's like he hit it too quick, and that's why I'm saying he always stumbling before he see his move. Because if he hit that move, bro, he gone. I'm just trying to wait for him to get the foot and mindset like his brother.
Yeah, he'll get it. Eventually, he will. Once the experience, then you stop thinking and you just play.
Yeah, go by. So, big things with James Cook, man. Big things with James Cook. Let's jump over on the defensive side. Let's talk about our boy, All-Pro Poyer. All-Pro Poyer. That was a fucking.
That was a pick. Yeah,
that was a pick.
Yeah, that was a pick all day.
All day.
I don't understand what any of that was. Yeah, he hit he had the ball in his hands and he still had it here. Like when he hit the ground, like what?
It did bobble, but when I'm saying he caught it,
he kept it. He bobbled and he grabbed it
third foot in,
right back.
He toe dragged the last foot, so he had 3 feet in, and then the knee went out of bounds, elbow hit out of bounds, and then the ball bobbled.
Everything hit
I don't know
the ground before the ball bobbled.
Yeah. I just gotta bring that up because that was some bullshit. I thought they was gonna give the tight end Gesicki with the Miami joint when they went on 4th and 1 and they did a little dump pass.
Yeah.
I thought they was about to give him the catch. I'm like, how? He never had possession. He caught that shit back here, and that shit was bobbling the whole time. But he ended up making the right call. But yeah, man, there definitely was an interception. Poyer gonna get his. He definitely gonna get his. He gonna get another one this week. So I ain't worried about that.
He gonna get 2.
Yeah, right. Shout out to DeMar Hamlin, man. Big shout out to him. He had some big shoes to fill in coming into the season. Well, not coming into the season, well, after the Micah Hyde injury. Some huge shoes to fill in. And I mean, you ain't filling them in like that, but they fit all right. They fit all right. And he's been doing his thing. So I just got to give a quick shout out to DeMar Hamlin. He's been doing his thing. I don't want to say struggling, but I mean you not Micah Hyde, but you doing your damn thing, man. Keep it up. Keep it up.
Yeah, he's still playing. He's playing really good football, man.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really complain about him, man. He's balling, dude.
Our secondary is banged up.
Right now.
Yeah, man. Yes, he is. I was just about to say that too, because our secondary is struggling. You know what I mean? It's big shoes to fill, but it's like, come on, man. Y'all looked it good in the first 4 games. Like, what happened? You know what I mean? We took some hard injuries, and then our second, because when was it that our secondary played? They played real good.
Real quick. Shout out to the Queen, Tia Stell. Go check her out at Your Not Your Average podcast with the Built-In Buffalo Network. Please show her love. Hamlin Island, man. You already know he's been doing his thing. Shout out to the Queen, Tia Stell. Definitely appreciate you joining the chat. But yeah, man, this defense definitely been stepping up with Benford, Elam. Shout out to TJ, Teron Johnson. He's kind of just been always been there, man. He hasn't been getting as many interceptions as he normally does, but he's still locking down the slot receiver position. So shout out to him. We already know Edmonds back in the mix. Definitely made his presence known.
Yeah.
Big hits.
Huge.
Yeah.
Him and Milano are the best linebacker tandem in the league.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Somebody tell me any different.
They're like perfect fucking match, dude.
They
are. Play calling, you do the best. It's like
that's gonna be interesting in the offseason. What are we gonna do with Edmonds? How are they gonna pay him?
Scrape up whatever money you can. Is obviously that we need him. I like Terrell Dodson. I like him, but you're not Edmonds. You can't fill in his shoes. Like I would say, you can't fill in Edmonds' shoes the way Hamlin is filling in Micah Hyde's shoes. Right. If that makes sense to you guys. We still got the rookie Bernard. I don't know. He's still not Edmonds. I mean, he could. I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough. It's really gonna be tough because we still got to pay Ed Oliver. We already paid Dawson Knox, and that right there, we not really getting our
looking like a bad idea.
Was it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna keep Knox, man. I don't know, man. It's not looking.
I don't know. Like I said,
he's here for 2016. I mean, 2026 or something.
Yeah, like I said, man. Scheme wise, and I'm kind of gonna give Dawson a get out of jail free card with this year, just because his little brother passed away right before the season.
Yeah,
so we don't know what that's taking. You don't know what kind of toll that's probably taking on him.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like I want to thank God that I never had to go through that. So, you know, I can't call it on that.
Yeah, and I agree. And like you said earlier in the show, it's definitely with the scheme. I mean, if we're gonna blame Dawson Knox for his performance, I'm looking at Ken Dorsey first. Ken Dorsey. I mean, you've been
get him open.
You've been seeing it. He's not. He's blocking more than he normally is. So
yeah, a lot more.
His play calling is just like, dude, what are you doing right now, bro? Like, why?
I say it's more that the defensive and other teams are finally adapting to our offense, and he has yet to find a counterpunch. It's more like, Josh, just work your magic and put the team on your back and get us out of alive and get the W. And it's been working. But like I said, for those 3 losses, I put on Ken Dorsey. Those were close games where we should have won. Miami, we definitely should have won that, but the Heat definitely got to us. We was riddled with injuries, and the Heat definitely was fucking up the rotation. That's a tough one. Jets, I don't know, man. I don't know about the Jets. We definitely could have easily won that. And then when it comes to Vikings, we definitely should have won that too. But I mean, when you got Justin Jefferson, it's kind of tough.
Yeah. As far as like the Knox thing and Dorsey with the scheme, I mean, he kind of had Spencer Brown's been struggling. He's been hurt, and he's been struggling all year. And now with Dawkins down, I mean, Questenberry was all right. I mean, he filled in all right, but I feel like it's more of trying to make up the deficiencies on the outside with the tackles.
Yeah.
Like, it would be nice to have, like, Darrell Williams, the dude we had last year.
Yeah.
Darrell Williams.
Yeah.
Just, like, somebody to slide over the tackle if you needed him to.
And then even with Roger Stafford, too, I mean, you're an all-pro lineman, and, I mean, you've been all right, but we kind of –
Stafford is not allowed to sack all season, I don't think.
No? Okay, then good for him. Good for him. I know he's been getting a couple penalties here and there, but I kind of expected a little bit more from him, to be honest.
He came out today, or not today, or the other day, and said he's whatever he's got to do to stay in Buffalo, he's willing to do it.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Real quick, because I want to talk to you because you mentioned it a couple shows back. How you feel about McDermott? Do you think his time is coming up short, or is it one of those things where McDermott not going nowhere?
To be determined.
Okay,
we'll see.
Respect it.
Because if he fumbles the ball like he did it for the 13 seconds again this year in the playoffs, then that's something you got to look at him.
Yeah.
But if we go and win a Super Bowl, he ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
So it's to be determined, in my opinion.
How about you two guys, Jonathan? How you feel about McDermott?
To be determined, but it depends on how far we go this year. Then you go, okay, but again, now what you do if you get rid of them? Are you gonna go in this process of, hey, now we got the guys, we just got a fresher coach, fresher ideas, but you don't make a run, and then you have to restart. You know what I mean? Again, it's just so yeah. I mean, you got to give it to the playoffs and see how that works out and go from there.
But you know what?
Right now,
yeah, if they get rid of McDermott, who's not gonna want to come here and coach?
Yeah,
Josh Allen. Like really, like we were always the team that none of the big name coaches were gonna come here, but it's completely different now. Like if Sean McDermott, let's just say hypothetically speaking, if he got fired this at the end of the year, you don't think Sean Payton was gonna want to come here and coach Josh Allen? Like coaches like that, like it's gonna be some guys out there that's gonna say, "Hey, normally I wouldn't go to Buffalo, but them boys are stacked, and that's a ready-made Super Bowl contender." So
we stacked
everybody.
And at the end of the day, it's we have a great group of people in the room too. Like we don't have no divas, no assholes, no problem people like some teams might have, or they draw controversies or whatever. Like when you come into this building, you got nothing but genuine people. You got a lovable quarterback that just like Jordan Poyer said, got a big ass goofy motherfucker playing quarterback. Like that's who Josh is, but when it's game time, he gonna put that game face and he gonna run through a motherfucking face, like my boy Beast Mode said. He gonna run through a motherfucking face, like. But yeah, man, like Big Cuss said, to be determined. I have a lot of questions on McDermott, but you haven't really been dropping back too much, so we'll see. We'll see by the end of the season, and we'll go from there. I don't know, man. Any other questions? Anything else y'all want to get off your chest?
Nah, it just feels good to be on top, man.
Yes, sir.
Right where we supposed to be.
Yeah, really do.
Oh, what you guys gonna do with Leslie Frazier?
We just gotta hold it.
Okay, Jonathan, what you said right there?
Well, Leslie Frazier, what you gonna do with him after this season?
I mean, after the season, I'm pretty sure he's gonna get a head coaching job if he gets picked up. It's been brewing for a couple years now. Dabo got his last year. I'm pretty sure Frazier's gonna get his this year.
Yeah, but does he want to go and do that, or does he want to just stay here and just like?
That's huge.
At some point, like you get to a certain age, like, do you really want to go be a head coach somewhere?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Already one
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, he was the coach of the Vikings. Like, I'm sure if he really, I'm sure he would have had a job. Like, I don't see how he didn't get a job. Dable wanted to be a head coach. Like, and I'm sure he kind of thought about it because he's from here. So like, you stay at home, you go, you know what I mean, or you just go. I don't know. I think it'd be based off of Frazier if anything.
So we already know he definitely could get a head coaching job, but it comes out to, does he want it? Do you want that responsibility?
Do you want to
stay in Buffalo, run the defense, and stay successful?
Yeah, because a lot of the time, these teams that are looking for coaches, they suck.
Yeah.
So, like, do you want to go and rebuild somebody, like, or do you want to stay where you have a franchise quarterback and your team's, as long as you got 17, you got a chance to win a championship every year?
Right.
Facts.
So, I mean, like I said, it's a person. It's got to be up to him. Like, what does he want to do?
Yeah, this shit could have said that better myself, man. Could not.
Man, there you go.
Ronald, anything you got to throw on the table right real quick before we close it up?
I mean, going back to the McDermott thing, I think, you can't keep making too many promises and not proceeding with anything, I feel like if we don't go this year, bro, I think they're going to look more into it and on what other moves to make after this, bro. That's just how I feel on it.
Because I, for one, I kind of just want to put this out there when it comes down to Miami's head coach Josh McDaniels, right? Mike McDaniels, yeah. He turned that team around. I mean, Miami was kind of like a laughingstock in the past couple of years. The one year where they was desperate just to get a win to make it to the playoffs, and we had our second string whoop their ass and run up the score.
Yeah, I don't know if he changed the culture or it was more of adding Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, Tyreek.
It was them receivers.
And Tua played terrible today, but like he's answered the bell.
He got hurt again.
Yeah, he did get hurt again.
Wow.
But
shout out to my boy Keith, man. Definitely appreciate you joining the chat. How we feel about the remainder of the season? I mean, we feeling great. We just gotta handle business, man. Keep stacking these win out the season, and we should not be worried. And then let the playoffs run through Buffalo, right here through Orchard Park, and then let's march on. Where the Super Bowl at?
Arizona,
Vegas,
Arizona.
Yeah, right, Arizona. So, yeah, man, that's all that matters. Let this shit run through Buffalo. And then we won't let the Bills go to fucking Arizona. And
we might have to take this February trip to go see Titi.
Yeah, right. We ain't gotta pay it like over $5,000 for a ticket, but we damn sure could fucking tailgate outside the stadium.
Hell yeah! I mean, shit. If I go to Arizona, I'm going to the game.
Yeah.
I sit in the up in the very, very top.
That's still like gonna be like $3,000, man.
But listen, man, think about it. You gonna save all this money on hotel because we gonna stay at Titi house.
Right. Hell yeah. All of us like, yo, Titi, get us on a whole round trip. You got us, right?
Yeah. We coming to Arizona in February for the Bills Super Bowl.
Hell yeah. Jonathan, any final thoughts?
No, I think we're all good, man. Beyond.
Big dubs on Thursday for Buffalo. Big dubs tonight. Thank you, Bengals. Thank you, Niners. Buffalo, we back on top with the number 1 seed.
Thank you.
Let Buffalo just handle business, and the playoffs go through Orchard Park.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Shit. Appreciate everybody joining the chat today. Nothing but love. I've seen a lot of people in the joint today, so it's nothing but love, man. Definitely appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you, big cuz. I know me and you kind of been off schedule a don't good.
It's all good. We get right this week.
I know you fighting the sleeping pill right now.
Yeah, I took one a little early, man. I was trying to get some sleep, but then I don't know, it didn't kick in as bad as I thought it was.
Nah, you gonna end up sleeping good tonight.
Yeah, my body's telling me like, yeah, you gonna sleep good tonight, bro. Jonathan, I need one more of them cookies, bro.
Yeah,
I need another cookie, bro.
You need a cookie.
Yo, that shit, best sleep I ever had in my life, bro.
Oh my god, dude.
Man, definitely appreciate you, Ronald, for making time out for your boys. Definitely appreciate you, Jonathan, too, as well, man. Brother in love, man. You always there with us every night. Shit, you already know what time is it. Can I get a go, Bills?
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Let's fucking go.